All right, so what's good, y'all? Now, today, I want to talk about work because me personally, I just decided to go part time in my full time job because, y'all, I got a whole list right here that I for real want to just go down with y'all that just been experiencing here lately with the workforce. And I just wonder if I'm the only one and if y'all relate or not. And, so y'all can give y'all's perspective as well. But, I'm gonna title this video "Why Gen Z and Millennials Do Not Want to Work in 2024." All right, so yeah, I got about 5+ things. I got 5 in a bonus. So this is a top 5. I ain't did the top 5 in a minute. So yeah, y'all, let's go. Now, starting off at number 1, I got the 9 to 5, 40 hours a week work week is outdated. We are way more productive now and can do 4 to 5 times the work as a person back in the 1940s when this system was invented. So yeah, I wanted to comment on that. Like, real talk, y'all. We should not be working no 40 hours a week no more. Like, the whole 40 hours a week system is outdated. It feels old. Like, I thought I was tripping, but when I get to express myself, other people do feel like me, but I'm just one of those people that have the ability to express that because I have other sources of income. I don't rely on just one source of income, which would be, either a career or the full-time position that I work at or whatever. I am multifaceted. I got multiple streams of income, and I knew that I was supposed to do that early on. I was raised to do that. I was taught to do that, and um, I've just learned as a millennial. I think we've all kind of become more. I forget the word for it, but it's savvy, something like that. When you learn how to operate in the new age system, because the whole one job 40 hours a week career or job thing, and that's the only income that you have to have, is it just doesn't exist no more, y'all. You know what I'm saying? You got to have multiple streams of income nowadays, or else you're going to be struggling, or you're going to have to sacrifice. You're going to have to either stay at family house, or you're going to have to be in a relationship you don't want to be in, or roommate when you don't want a roommate or something. You know what I'm saying? So I'll put that on there because, y'all, when I be at work here lately, like, so just to say, y'all, I literally just got approved for going part-time, which is crazy that you even have to be approved for going part-time. But yeah, I got part-time now, so I will be starting that. So I'm about to start going in on my Say So TV craft and really just focusing in on it. I'm gonna be able to give y'all way more of me than I used to. And I know I've been doing really good, but it's about to really go down. You feel me? So definitely like, subscribe, and definitely comment on this video as well. But I have been at work lately just like, why come I am so restless around that 6th hour, bro? Like, around that 6th hour, if that, if not before that, I am so ready to go. And I'll be so just miserable. Like, it's like this feeling that you get in your chest that is just like, it's like a ball of anxiety or something, and it just feels so uncomfortable and it's miserable to me. That's the only definition I can come up with. Now, others would say, oh, that's just what working feels like, or, nobody wants to work. That's what, we all have to, though, or whatever. Man, miss me with that, y'all. We need to come together and start expressing ourselves more, because all this silent depression, all this silent struggling, all this silent suffering ain't getting nowhere for nobody. We all silent because we think we'll sound like we complaining because the next motherfucker's doing it. Because, when you at work and you looking over at the next motherfucker, you like, damn, they doing it. Like, they act like they ain't bothered. Why am I tripping? Why am I not cool with this? Like, why is it me? It'll make you start thinking like you lazy or something. Like, you actually start believing that until you for real sit back, look at the world and the state that it's in, look at where we're going, look at the inflation, look at the cost of living compared to how much they paying you, and you will definitely change your mindset, y'all. They want you to sell yourself short. Don't do it. You got to understand what your worth is, okay? y'all, we are literally putting in 5 times the work that people was 20 years ago. With this new technology that we got, y'all, these jobs have cracked down and they call it productivity. They'll call it productivity. They'll call it productivity, meaning that's when jobs hire less people and put more work on the people that they got there. Because with inflation, everybody's affected. So jobs even want to pay out less than they actually making. So they'll try to hire less people and put all the work on, put all this work that like put work on you 5 times the work on you or whatever. You literally, hey, chill out, nigga. You literally are literally doing you just there yourself is like 5 other people at that place, wherever you working at. Like they are getting that much out of you, and you think that you just one person. Nah, like you equivalent up to like 4 people at a job nowadays because of productivity. We put in so much work, y'all, that we don't need to be there no damn 8 hours, bro. Like think about it. If you really sit there and think about it, what do I need to be here for 8 hours for? Okay, it is outdated. For like 2 or 3 of those hours, you're literally just sitting on the clock anyway, not doing nothing or letting time pass so that the day go by quicker. So instead of just letting time pass so the day go by quicker and act like I'm getting some free money, how about I just don't work those hours and I can use my life up in other ways and fulfill my life in other ways? Like that's the time I can spend with my family, my friends. I can go to a brunch spot. I go get my feet done. I could go, spend time with bae, whatever you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like we need to stop dedicating our lives to these jobs because these jobs think that they own us. Okay, real talk. When you sit up there and you act like that and you give them all that, you give them all that respect and basically you showing them that you need them and that without them you wouldn't be nothing. That's why they handle you like that. And I feel like it's not good for nobody to be in a position where they need something and it could be done and you could be treated any old kind of way and you have no choice but to deal with that. That to me is miserable. Okay. So I just want to put that on there first just to kick it off because that's just real talk. We don't need to be at no job for no 8 hours. Okay. Now, number 2, immigrants. Bro, I don't know about where y'all living at, but out here in Colorado, immigrants is flooding in here. Specifically Venezuelans. Okay, there's been like 40,000 of them that came here in the last couple of years since 2022. Honestly, I could just tell it's literally packed everywhere you go, hella traffic, all that. But here's the point: with them allowing all these people to come into the country that are begging to be here, the reason why they're doing it, I figured it out. These corporations and these jobs benefit off of immigration being allowed to come here because see, with the people here already, we have entitlement and we have deserving mindsets. We know the work we put in and we know where we come from, especially black people. We know that our people have literally been through slavery for 40 plus years, 400 plus years. Okay. We have literally we've worked our asses off to get to where we're at. What we're not getting ready to do is work for crumbs. Okay. So to an employer, that sounds entitled. You see how that sounded entitled? But it's actually deserving. But see how they got to fix that was allowing these motherfuckers to come up in here that are begging to be here. Okay? The same country that went and kidnapped us and brought us from our country, forced us to be here. We're here. We're not here by choice. This is just where we at. These motherfuckers beg to be here. Just imagine that. The country that kidnapped you, this other group of people are trying to beg to be a part of the country. So what they do is they come over here, work for pennies, they kiss ass, and they bilingual. So they also more beneficial to the company because the company looking at it like they actually are more of a benefit. And see, with this, I'm starting to understand what Trump talking about. I've seen it happening just in real time. Trump said it. He said black jobs are going to be being taken by immigrants first because the white people are going to make sure that they're going to still hire their people. Okay? If it's going to be them, if it's going to be the white people and immigrants, they'll be doing that before they be white people, us, because to them, we ask for too much. We want to care about our mental health and all that now. We want to have PTO. We want to, work from home and all other stuff that's considered a nuisance to them. But guess what? These immigrants, they ain't complaining. They gonna do whatever. So the reason why that's a problem is because it allows these employers to think that they can talk to you crazy, disrespect you, act like they own you. And black people, we just ain't having that no more. We done already been through that. So we want what we deserve now. And we not busting our ass and kissing ass for it. So how they fixed it, allowing these immigrants to come up in here, it's multi reasons. They bilingual, they work for less, and they kiss their ass. Like, I've really watched it in real time. They do kiss ass. Like, they might keep to themselves a little bit, but they do a whole lot of, I'm happy to be here. Just accept me for here type of thing. When we here, because we got to be here. So we ain't never had that mindset where we're just trying to be, accepted. Like, we just want to be, we just happy to be here because we ain't got no choice but to be here. So that's one. So the difference, like, we be cool with them immigrants, but at the same time, we don't ever get that close to them because it's kind of like the difference of perception and stuff. Like, we just don't understand. Why are y'all coming over here? Do y'all not know what America really is? But then I found out. I actually had a conversation with a Mexican, and he told me straight up, like, we not coming over here to be here. Like, we don't mess with America like that. We come over here because of the American dollar. You can triple it going back to Mexico or sending it back to Mexico. So they got a group of their people that will come out here and work in here in America and then send them wire transfer the money back to Mexico, and it's triples. So they family back home is who they taking care of. I was trying to figure that out. But they have to live here in order to do that. You get what I'm saying? So it seems like they're living here, but really they know how hard the economy is as well. But they also get more leniency and grants and stuff that we may not either. Because immigrants are more favored than people who are descendants of slavery, if you just want to keep it real. This is America. This is an immigrant country. So it's going to serve the immigrants first. So yeah. Now, number 3, the rules, the late after checking in, 1 to 5 minutes after shift and etc. All the extra rules and all this other stuff. Man, let me tell y'all something. This is how y'all need to be looking at it. Because these jobs need to understand, these employers need to get to understanding the worth that they are. See, the reason why people were breaking their neck back in the 40s, 50s, 60s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, 2010s was because guess what? Up until 2010s, you had to be a worker. You had to literally be employed by somebody. Otherwise, you didn't make income or you were illegally making income. Now, we can Instacart, Uber, DoorDash, whatever you want to call it. There's other ways, online, YouTube, all this other stuff, right? OnlyFans, all this other stuff to make money independently now. So, where was I going with that? So jobs have gotten accustomed to them being the all end all be all, but they're not that no more. But they haven't let it go of their rules. See, when you are paying somebody a third of what it costs to live in this environment, you deserve a third of my responsibility. You are entitled to a third of my care. I'm not getting ready to sit up here and break my neck to be on time every single last day without ever being late a couple times. You mean to tell me I can't be a human being and be 3-4 minutes late without y'all tripping? Like y'all own me? Got the nerve to tell you you can't be on your phone. When I can understand, like, real talk, y'all, I'm not saying, I'm not no lazy nigga or nothing. I'm going to be real with y'all. If the jobs was paying what them niggas was getting made, what them niggas was getting paid back in the 50s, 60s, 70s to be only working for this one employer, nigga, the reason why they had that mindset then where all these rules was made up, these strict ass rules was made up when they were the end all be all. They haven't changed these rules yet. because nobody's standing up against them. But the reality is they're not entitled to all that no more because, see, the reason why they could tell you to stay off your phone back in 2010 is because, see, they knew they were paying that phone bill. They knew that for a fact because you were only having to have one job back then. So the employer could tell you to get off your phone because they paying for it. Nowadays, we got to have 2, 3, 4 incomes, okay, based on inflation. The cost of living is way higher than the pay rates are. So we have to have multiple incomes nowadays, and these motherfuckers still expect you to give them 100% of commitment to pay you a third of what it costs to live in this environment. So the juice is not worth the squeeze. And these motherfuckers think that they have the audacity and the right to tell you what you can and cannot do, if you can be on your phone or not, being late, all this other stuff, when it's only about 5-10 minutes. Now, I could see if you was to be being late like 10 plus minutes on a regular, then that's the issue, just because, you know, you sign on the dotted line to commit to a certain time. So I'm all about integrity. But my thing is, we human beings, though. We ain't computers. We still gonna make mistakes. We still gonna be late. Sometimes we gonna wake up late. It's gonna be some issues. And we human beings, we should not be on no 10 and 2 shit. That shit is also outdated. Y'all expecting niggas who are having phones in their hands all day, on social media, all day, scrolling through something all day. People who have been, like, nigga, Gen Z especially, ain't been alive without phones. And you expect them to sit up in an environment for 8+ fucking hours with no phone? You know how unrealistic that is? Or to even stay attentive for 8 hours. These people have the shortest attention spans than they ever have. They need to upgrade the systems, what I'm trying to say. It's outdated. Y'all are expecting people who are not being given the ability to have a long attention span, a long, ability to be without a phone and all that. Millennials is a little better because we at least can be without a phone because now some millennials, it depends, you know what I'm saying? But y'all get where I'm going with that. And so I'm just basically stating this to say that these jobs need to learn that, okay, we're only paying these people a third or maybe half of what it costs to live here. So without this job, I mean, it's not that big of a deal because they'll find another one that's going to just pay the rent or whatever. But or they got a roommate or whatever. But it's like, at the end of the day, why do y'all expect 100% commitment and paying out 30% to 50% of a person's income? You can't tell me to get off my phone because you don't know where the money for this phone is coming from. How about you allow me to do this job and be satisfied with the fact that I'm even here doing it and I'm not getting paid what I'm supposed to be? That's what y'all need to be thinking like. Straight up. As an employer, I would just be happy that they were showing up every day, even if they were just slightly late sometime, even if they wanted to be on their phone, as long as they wasn't messing up all the time. I ain't getting ready to be bothering them because at the end of the day, we living in a different world. Quit trying to hold on to that old conservative shit. All right. So I just wanted to say that because I think a lot of people are not realizing when we are expressing ourselves. See, the reason why y'all got to be committed to a job was because that job was your end all be all. That job was paying and funding your whole life. If a job was going to pay my whole life out here in this economy, trust me, I'd be subservient too. Oh, yeah, you want me to get off my phone? Cool. Oh, yeah, you want me to be there on time every day? No, never late? Okay, I'm going to make sure I do that too. Because guess what? Them niggas was getting paid over $100,000 and shit doing that. Giving a 100% commitment. That makes sense. See, they were getting their juice worth out of the squeeze. We're not no more. So you need to let that be known. Let these jobs know where they stand and quit kissing their ass and acting like they're acting like a slave to them just because, yes, the economy is hard, inflation's high. So yes, you do need the job, but guess what? This job ain't gonna pay all your rent no motherfucking way. Unless you living with your family, roommate or something. Not one income is gonna pay your whole bills, bro. So if it's like that, and if you're struggling like that, you might as well go ahead and go back home. Because I'm all about more mental health and work-life balance over just having a good job that pays, that just to say you got a good job, but it ain't really paying you like that. Yeah, man, real talk. I just had to throw that on there. Now, number 4, the fake friendships and interactions in the workplace. We rather work from home. All right, real talk. This may not pertain to everybody, but for people like me who are more introverted, and I don't really like fake interactions and temporary relationships. So coworkers to me are not that big of a on high priority as far as making connections with, because I have seen it over and over again. People act like they want to still be cool after y'all don't work at the same place no more, but y'all don't be cool because that relationship was situational based on that job, because y'all saw each other every day. As soon as you stop working there, the relationship goes to the wayside because it's not genuine. I don't even entertain it no more. Like, I think of it like in an army kid mindset. I'm not going to be here for a long time. I'm here for a good time. I'm not getting ready to sit up here and act like we getting ready to be come by y'all for 10 years and everything like that. I would do that if the job was paying 100,000 plus and I could live comfortably. Then I wouldn't mind making friends in that environment because I feel like I would be staying there for a long time. But with these jobs not paying a certain amount, I'm not giving all that fake energy. I'm not about to sit up here and have a smile on my face and be fake all day. That's why I'd rather work from home. You feel me? So I think that's why a lot of black people, especially black men in corporate environments, we rather work from home, because the fakery just drains us. Like, for real. It's just I'm tired of smiling. I'm so fucking tired of the fake shit. Like, just get out of my face. You know what I'm saying? It's like you don't want to be mean to people or nothing. So you do. It's both sides. You just don't. You rather just you be better for the job and everything if you was just to be working from home or something, like, straight up. All right. Now, number 5. Working is getting hard for men because women gauge strength based on how much abuse they can take. Men don't. Man, that's real talk. My field, I don't know about y'all, but working in the medical field, I'm usually one of the only males. There might be another male or two, and they usually of a different ethnicity. But I'm damn sure, damn near, usually always the only black male wherever I work at. And women are always above me in the medical field, and I'm so over that, because women are more emotionally inclined, and they base what they like and who they like based on favoritism, and who's kissing their ass, who's coming up, who's feeding their emotional wave. That's what they get off on. When you work under men are like, hey, you do your job, you stay out the way, you on time, cool. I ain't got nothing to say to you. You good. But with women, it seems like they are more emotionally invested in something that should have no emotions in it. This is a job. This is not your job. Okay. I mean, this is not you don't own this company. I think women who get in the positions of management and stuff at jobs, they think that because they're a woman and they got to this position or whatever, they feel so grand, and they get beyond themselves. Okay. At the end of the day, nobody should be putting in 100+% of they self into a company that they don't own. All right. At the end of the day, regardless of what you're talking about, you don't own this company. You can be passionate about it. You can want to, make sure it's done right, do your job, all that. But at the end of the day, all the emotion involved should only be because it's coming out your check or something. If you're not being like hurt by what I'm doing here, why are you mad? What are you so emotionally invested for? Because employees come and go. So I don't understand that part. I just feel like I just had to throw that on there because I don't know if other people relate, but yeah. And also the reason why there's a detachment with men and women, when women are over you as a man, women don't understand that men don't see strength the same. Women will call you lazy or something because you're not allowing the abuse and stuff. See, women gauge strength based on how much pain you can take and still keep moving. You know what I mean? That's why they allow niggas to do them dirty, cheat on them, all kinds of stuff. And then they stay because they call themselves keeping the family together. We keeping the family together. So, you got to be strong, keep the family together, even though this nigga's beating you upside the head. So that's strong, having a nigga like that around your family, your kids. Strength is from a man's perspective, how much pain you can prevent from even taking. Defense is not strength to us, offense is. You know what I'm saying? So women, they don't respect the mindset that we don't agree that just because you kissed all that ass to get to that position that you're in, I'm not kissing yours. And it has nothing to do with you being a woman. It's the fact that I don't look at it like you do. You think that you doing something because you allow somebody to do you any kind of way and they allowed you to get up into a higher position. You've been getting disrespected, ran through the mud, working your ass off. And because I don't want to do it now, I'm a problem? Nah, you might need to take a book out of the mail book real quick and understand what real strength is because you're getting used. Okay, good workers get taken advantage of. All you get is the extra smiles and shit. You know what I'm saying? They might give you they might grant your PTO or something. Like, come on, bro. You kissing ass for the bare minimum. That was another thing I was getting ready to add on here. What was it? Let me see. And y'all, I'm not talking about all women when I say this because there are some women that you can work under that may not be like that. But I've even experienced that even if they're not like that at first or if they're not like that all the time, they always tend to get like that at some point because they're women. You know what I mean? Like, so that brings me to the first bonus one of number 6. Number 7, let's see. The fact that employers expect you to take your job as serious as they do. This is their company and dream, not yours. Facts. I don't like when jobs try to act as if you're supposed to put in your all. Like, that's a narcissistic environment. Jobs can be narcissistic as well. You need to be able to recognize them. Jobs that handle you as if like you're supposed to treat this like this is your company when you're literally not getting a piece of the pie. A piece of the pie is if this company is making $1 million a day. Let's say this company is making $1 million a year. You getting a piece of the pie would be at least 100K a year. How come these niggas is making millions of dollars off of us and they want to pay out these little punk ass wages, these little $40,000, $50,000, $60,000, $80,000 wages? The only way I'm getting ready to give my full commitment is if, like I just said, I am getting a piece of this company's stake. Otherwise, you shouldn't be going that hard for none of these jobs. Care about yourself first, because if you're not there no more, they will replace you immediately. After you just sacrifice all that time with your family, after you done sacrifice having a relationship because you got to work, how you done sacrifice your quality of life because you ain't got no life. All you do is work, go home, watch the fucking TV and go to sleep. Jack off and then go to sleep. That's miserable. Care about yourself enough to know that you are way more worthy than that. You matter. Another thing I noticed, just to go based off of that, I noticed a lot of these places like to hire people who ain't got no life, and they also ugly. I noticed that too, because see, ugly, well, they at least they the ones that stay the longest, because the ugly people with no life, they the ones that give they all to these jobs because they don't have nothing else to give it to. So because you don't have no life, it makes it look like you're just such a loyal employee, but really you just don't got no life. And then they prey off of people like you. And then people like me, they look at like I'm entitled because I actually care about myself. Stop allowing these people to make you feel like you're wrong for having a self-esteem and a quality of life that you care about. All right. And for my number 8 bonus. Oh yeah, straight up, understimulated. We are made to do more than repeat the same thing over and over, bro. Like, I don't know how many times, like, I can say it, but like, y'all, we are human beings that have minds that are so intricate, bro. Having a person sit into an environment or whatever, a position, and they have to literally do the same thing over and over and over and over again for hours, especially 8 hours straight, that is draining. It's literally draining and sucking the life out of you, bro. I know I just be so bored. Like, I have literally over excelled at everybody at my current job. Let me just tell y'all a backstory real quick. At my current job, I had in training, I had literally over excelled everybody. I whooped their ass in Jeopardy game. I got way more schedules than them. My quota is higher than them. Everybody in my training class, right? I'm the top of the class. And what I noticed is that when I went to ask to go part time, there was an attitude that I was given because of the fact that I'm such a good worker or whatever. They thought that they could ride me like a horse. And when I let them know, like, nah, actually, hold that thought. I'm gonna go ahead and go part time because I peeped where they was at real quick. Y'all real, you don't get, basically what I'm saying is you don't get nothing for being that nigga that does all that. That does all, you over excel, you so dependable, so on, you just on time all the time, you doing your job, you excelling over everybody else. You don't really get nothing. You might get a little perk, a little pass to work from home, or a little pass to, some candy or some lunch or something. They want to give you a little punk ass incentive. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah. So the people, just to let y'all know, y'all that be kissing ass and y'all be getting higher up in these rankings, I just want y'all to know that people don't be having a problem with you because they jealous of you. People be having a problem with you because you have set a standard for this employer to think that this is what they deserve from every single person. Okay? What these employers are doing is they're getting people to come in there to kiss their ass, and whoever kisses the most ass, they make their quota everybody's goal for the day. The highest kiss asser is the reason why you're getting overworked. You have all these expectations that they have on you, and etc. Because people think that they are going to be rewarded in some way. Besides, you're gonna, they may, but only a few are going to be rewarded into those higher positions. But then the same people that get in those higher positions are the kiss asses, y'all. So y'all got to understand that. So that's why we get this treatment when you care about yourself, because everybody above you didn't care about themselves. So you caring about yourself is like the audacity. Who you think you are? Like, you get what I'm saying? So yeah, y'all, a person's not gonna respect you if they kissed a bunch of ass to get where they at and you ain't trying to kiss none. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just ain't happening. So what else I want to say about this before I let it go? Yeah, 8 hours is just too long to get paid half the cost of what it costs to live. Like, I don't know how they got that one off. Like, y'all say we lazy, but how did they get it over on y'all who been here, like from the 80s and 70s and stuff? How did they get that off on y'all to increase this cost of living like this when the cost of living was not, the cost of living and the pay rate was not this divided? It's more divided than ever. So when y'all was coming up, y'all was still getting paid a piece of what y'all was supposed to get for living in that environment, because it cost you to live. It paid you to live where you are. Okay. How did they get this over on us to get paid way less than what the cost of living is, to where we have to overexert ourselves just to make a living? Yeah, y'all, I think it's getting ready to go downhill from here because people are way too divided. But at the same time, I also feel like there may be a resolution, because every 80 to 100 years, there is a resolution. Like I said, this system that I'm talking about right now, that we're all working, this 8 hours a week, 8 hours a day, 40 hours a week, 80 hours every check, that was invented in 1940s. This is literally coming up on, this is the 2020s. We got 20 more years for it to be 100 years since this was created. So while y'all think that this is just the way of life, it's the way of life that we've known since we've been alive. But guess what? This was not always what it was. Okay? And I think that there might be a resolution because we are all tired. And another thing I want to add on in this video real quick. because I mentioned the Trump thing and everything. Uh, People have been commenting saying about the Project 2025 thing. This is my opinion on that, y'all. That's propaganda to get y'all to argue, and it's a distraction because they know that y'all are going to respond to that and be emotional. See, they cannot take back laws that they have abolished. Not civil laws, y'all. They let y'all believe that so that y'all can argue and debate about it so that this whole presidential election thing is a mainstream conversation across the board. But guess what? You want to know how I can prove this? Guess what other law was instated in this country that they will never be able to, that they will never be able to go back on? Slavery. Y'all, slavery was legal in this country. What? I can't tell you the exact year, but it was legal in this country when it was happening. And guess what? You think that they can take back slavery and all black people just become slaves again? You think that they can do that? No. Once society has moved past a certain hurdle, there's no going back. They can't they can't take back gay marriage, y'all, because then what about all these people that's already married? Y'all think they're gonna be able to just say, oh, y'all don't count no more? Y'all can believe what y'all want, but guess what? Y'all gonna return and y'all gonna understand. Around November, when this election happens, come back and holler at me. You know what I'm saying? Because Trump is definitely gonna win. I'm gonna just keep it G. No, I don't want him to win, but I can tell he's going to. Because numerous reasons. And when he wins, this whole Project 25 thing is going to be thrown out. And he's going to say, yes, you guys, I'm the president, but I do agree that we should not take away the rights of certain things that have been instated. It's going to all be redrawn because, see, it's all just out here for you to argue and fight over it. But it's never even a thing. They know that they're not going to do that anyway. They can't. But y'all just believe anything that they throw out here for y'all so that y'all can make these videos, create this content, spread this word, spread this propaganda that they want you to do. If they can take back gay marriage, they would have took back slavery a long time ago. Trust me. Trust me. There's way more people who wanted that than people who care about gay people getting married. Y'all, let me tell y'all another reason why I know. Them is baby boomers that y'all talking about with all them conservative mindset. You know that they almost checking out. Baby boomers is getting ready to check out here in a minute. And I can't wait for them to just let go of the stake and let us have it. Like, let the millennials have it. I don't want Gen X to get the power. It needs to be millennials or Gen Z to get the power because this is our world now. Y'all are done. Y'all have already lived y'all's lives and y'all want to try to make rules for us. These rules will not impact y'all at all. Everything that this is about impacts the youth. And specifically 50 years old and down. Okay? So, y'all, they can even try to make some type of stuff like that and reverse some type of stuff if they want to. Guess what? Once they check out and they gone, and it's nothing but us here, you think we're going to still have illegal gay marriage? As open-minded as stuff that the younger generations are, that will never work. And you know how many white men that are in higher powers are gay? You really think they're about to let that slide? Stop falling for the okie dokie. All right? And so the last thing I want to say on here is, if you haven't, find you some other income, because I don't like for nobody to be hell bent to a job, okay? Meaning slavery to a job because you have no other options. I feel like it's the same as a relationship. Y'all be talking about how, oh, I don't want to get with no nigga just because I need, cheaper rent, or I want to, live easier or whatever. I'm not about to get in a relationship just for that because I don't want to depend on no nigga to survive. Think about the same with your job, okay? Y'all act like jobs is any different. You are depending on them to survive. One income? No, that's outdated. It's time to get you about 2-3 more incomes so that when one of these jobs want to play with you, you can chuck the deuces to them. Straight up. Yeah, they want to play with you. You can chuck the deuces up just like you can to these niggas. Y'all want to have autonomy to men, have autonomy financially as well. Okay, let's go ahead and get that across the board. Facts. Yeah, they want to play with you. You can chuck the deuces up just like you can to these niggas. Y'all want to have autonomy to men, have autonomy financially as well. Okay, let's go ahead and get that across the board. Facts. So yeah, y'all, that's it for this one. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.
No, I don't give a fuck about what anyone say. No, I don't give a fuck about what anyone say. Baby, how much I really take?